Oh, what did we miss? A little bit of some mishaps getting set up here, but we're ready to go. We've
Yep,
been
was a bit
ready
of
to
a
go for the
struggle.
past 8 minutes, and we're 8 minutes into this game right now, no score. Just to introduce ourselves, I'm Chris Maffield, joined by my color analyst, good friend Brian Sanjorzanen.
Hello, everybody.
This is our first time doing soccer this year, and it's gonna be great, especially with you by my side, Brian.
Oh yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you by my side, Chris. I wouldn't want to have anyone else as my play-by-play.
So, just a rough time getting started. Did not get the keys to the athletic office, and
Yep, we
just
apologize for the late start of a stream, but well, we're doing our best to make up for it.
but we're past that.
Yep, here on
So we're
a
gonna have a
chilly 40-degree night.
oh yeah, it is cold, but here's a throw in for Vista.
Vista passing it around.
Vista with the chance to get things going on
Oh, and
the left wing,
just out.
right wing.
Trojans throwing it in. Believe that's Brian Ramirez, right? I believe so.
Brian Ramirez, I believe he was one of the people that we interviewed last week for fall sports or winter sports media night, and the question that we asked him was, what was your favorite memory from last year? And it was beating Folsom on penalty kicks.
Beating Folsom's always a great feeling. I can say
Definitely.
that
Every
myself.
sport that we asked, they said beating Folsom was the best thing from last year.
I can relate. There's nothing better than beating Folsom on the track.
Ooh. So now Vista trying to get some stuff going here.
Interception by Isaac Carranza, I believe. And now it is a free kick for the Trojans.
But so far what we've missed, it's been a pretty just a pretty still game. Just keeping the ball around midfield. Not many shots on the goal yet.
With an exception of a shot by I believe it was Tack Chalmers who had the first shot on goal, which was a great save by the Vista keeper. In the Trojans in the back line. Johnny Yon with possession, getting it back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper scoping it out, getting pressured by Vista. And it is a
Now it's
throw-in.
out, gonna be throwing.
Himself.
Oh, whistle. We Oak Ridge ball. So Oak Ridge coming into this game with a record of 3-0. Have yet to allow a goal this season. So here's a kick. And Vista's able to get it, but now it'll be cleared back to midfield, but Trojan is there. So Trojans coming into this game 3-0, have not allowed a goal all season. 3-0 their first game over Ponderosa, 3-0 over Wood Creek, and then 5-0 at Davis in the rain last Thursday. Vista coming in, 4 games, 1-1 and 2. Opened up their season with a win at Wood Creek, 1-0, and then came home, lost to Granite Bay 3-1, and then tied Del Oro and Rockland 0-0 and 1-1 respectively.
But so far this game, it's been pretty good play from both teams, regardless of records. Even though thus far this season that the Trojans have been playing better soccer, but who knows what can happen?
So now a chance for Oak Ridge, and it's the Vista goalkeeper able to get it and prevent any opportunity at scoring.
But I like that the Trojans are pushing the ball forward, trying to put Vista on their back foot and keeping the pressure up, because that's the only way goals fall.
For sure, we've seen a lot more pressures on the goal by Oak Ridge than Vista so far.
which is vital for the Trojans if they want to win tonight and continue their perfect record.
Now a whistle. It'll be Vista ball, it appears.
I believe it was a foul on Johnny Yon, I believe.
Johnny Yon, the senior, he was also one of the ones that we interviewed. And again, we asked him what his favorite memory from last year was. And again, it was beating Folsom on penalty kicks. And he just said the sense of relief he felt when getting that penalty kick just went right through him. So much relief getting that penalty kick there.
I'd imagine that because penalty kicks probably come with an enormous amount of stress. And even the best mess up their penalties. Messi's missed a few penalties at the World Cup. Neymar has. So a lot of big players, even at the biggest stage, miss penalties.
Definitely watching that Brazil-Croatia game on Friday during class on the Chromebook. Should not have been doing that, but when I saw him miss the penalty, it was just looked like something inside of him died.
Yeah, it was really tragic for Brazil, but today Argentina came with a 3-0 win. Messi was redeeming his old teammate Neymar against Croatia.
This one out of bounds. So throw-in for Vista. Oak Ridge defender is there. Now Trojan possession. They've controlled the ball for a lot of this game. Not many opportunities to score for Vista.
I'm liking the defensive pressure that the Trojans are providing, which is really good. And Johnny Yon's holding down the left flank, which is a vital part.
Now throw-in, and this could be trouble for Oak Ridge. It's number 30 for Vista with the chance. And Trojan defense stands strong. Let's see who that goes out on. This ball rolling all the way into Cameron Park. Surprised they have not put those nets there yet.
That was a great defensive position there by the Trojans in the box. Vista had some momentum going down the left wing, which would have been big as he got a shot on target. But the Trojan defender, I believe it was Tech Chalmers, who put his foot there and prevented the shot from getting on target and gave goalkeeper Zach Ryan no problems there.
So corner kick for Vista.
Thank you.
Kicks up and it goes in. That's a goal.
Oh. Wow. What do you think about that, Chris?
Well, corner kick just found his man perfectly with the head. Just heads it right in, and at 17th minute, 1-0 Vista.
That was great execution on the set piece. Got it right to the Vista attacker's head perfectly. And goalkeeper Zach Ryan couldn't even have a chance at stopping it. It was just a great corner and great set piece by Vista del Lago.
So that's the first goal conceded by Oak Ridge this season. It comes in the 17th minute of their fourth game.
This could lead to a very undesirable change of momentum for the Trojans if they don't turn the page on this.
One thing I noticed from today watching the World Cup is Argentina, they scored with about, at I think, minute 40. And then Croatia had a chance to score 2 minutes later, and Argentina just launched an insane counterattack and scored. Just showed they controlled momentum, shut down any chance for Croatia to take momentum back. That's what Oak Ridge does not want to do right now.
Yeah, it's a big thing. If you can get a goal on your side, that changes everything. It takes a lot for you to get back in, which obviously is shown at the biggest levels and is also shown at high school and college levels.
This one's going out again. Without these nets at the back of the end zone, it could take a while for the ball to be retrieved.
It can. We do have a pretty vast field with the track included, so there's a lot of room here. So those nets are very necessary.
Not sure why they have not put them up yet.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's Bernoulli trying to get someone downfield, and it goes out.
Little slip there on the track. Little wet terrain.
Here's Johnny Yon to throw it in. And it goes out again on Vista. So another throw, and this time about 20 feet closer to the goal.
Great defensive pressure.
And cleared around midfield. It's Bernoulli again with the ball.
Looks like the Trojans are wanting to put the pressure back on Vista, which is something they have to do for them to get back into this.
An offensive mindset right now is you can't give any more goals up than a while if you want to keep momentum here. Or not have this completely...
As important as it is to have the offense, it's important to make sure you don't get too sloppy on the defensive end so you don't go down by 2. So it's important for the Trojans to keep a balanced offensive and defensive approach to this for them to turn this back into their favor.
Now it's Yon again with the throw-in. Working the tightrope with the Vista defender. Now Vista on the counterattack. This one not quite there. Pass across the field.
That
the Trojans
would have been dangerous.
Definitely. He puts that right where it needs to be. Who knows how long he's running for, because there was only one Trojan on him and he was still behind him.
And it shows how the Trojans can be a bit vulnerable to counterattacks by Vista, as the first goal came from a counterattack which led to the set piece. So that's at the corner.
Back to Ryan. So now good chance for Oak Ridge right here. Trying to make things happen, but Vista now on the recovery.
And regardless of the Trojans conceding possession to the Eagles, it showed that the Trojans are starting to get things how they want it to be. They were getting some nice passes in there, getting some forward motion, which is just something that they have to keep up.
Well, really, aside from that one sequence, it's been all Oak Ridge on offense, just keeping the ball away from Vista.
I agree. That's the big thing.
The one time Vista had the ball deep into Oak Ridge territory, they scored.
And that's what makes soccer so good. One play can change the entire course of the game.
This one out. Oak Ridge with the throw-in.
Looks like Vista de Lago is putting on that defensive pressure, which is making the Trojans commit fast decisions. Maybe ones that they don't want, but the only ones that they can afford.
We've been talking a lot about this Trojan offense and just how they've been able to retain possession of the ball, dominate how often they've had it. But this Vista defense, man, has been stout so far.
They have. This is a big reason why it's still 1-0 because the Trojans have had opportunities to get into the box, but the Vista defense has been holding strong.
Well, Trojans have only had the ball past 20-yard line once.
I think they've had it a few times, but they had one real shot on goal. But I think they'll have a few more with how they're playing. But the Vista del Lago defense is not going to make that easy for them.
You can follow at Trojan Pride 80 on all social media platforms, now including TikTok, for more coverage of Oak Ridge sports, including winter sports, which are just kicking off. Soccer season is underway, basketball season is underway. Also, wrestling. There will be a wrestling stream tomorrow night here on Trojan Pride Sports Marketing on YouTube.
Be sure to tune in. This is going to be an exciting winter season.
Especially with women's soccer as well, the defending Northern California champions. They were ranked, I think, 4 nationally last year. Now here's a free kick for Avery Chimenti.
It's going to be big for the Trojans if they get this correctly.
Kick and header, and it is.
Oh.
Ooh. Good stop by the Vista goalkeeper. Now this ball still recovered by Oak Ridge. They'll retain possession.
Looks like the Trojans were able to put on some offensive pressure in near their opponent's box, which is a very good sign for them. They look to keep it up.
This is almost the first pressure we've seen all night for the Trojan. Now here's opportunity. It's deflected and rolls harmlessly into the arms of the Vista goalkeeper. So another good defensive sequence for Vista.
But I am liking how the Trojan offense has turned the switch. They have really been getting the shots on goal. They've been persistent in the 30 to 10 yard line of the football field, and they have not made the Vista del Lago defense life's easy.
They're pressuring the goalie, which they were not doing in previous possessions. Now a big opportunity and a goal.
Great pressure by Jackson Brumet, I believe. Junior, that was some great pressure. I loved how he attacked the goalkeeper, was always persistent on him, and kept the ball, and did not let the keeper breathe, and eventually got that goal to fall.
It was Brian Ramirez on the goal.
My mistake. Here comes Will Geezy, Cole Giordano, and I believe someone else.
Oak Ridge able to tie it up at the 26th minute.
What did you think of that, Chris?
That was excellent play, getting momentum back. Now you're not in that hole of 1-0.
The momentum has now shifted as it had when Vista scored. Now it's back in the Trojans' favor.
Back to Jan. Excellent play there. Excellent ball movement. Now it's
Great passing.
Askin. Not quite able to get some separation there.
That was a great play by the Trojans there. It was a great pass by, I believe, Johnny Jan?
Johnny Jan, excellent player, excellent controller of the ball. We've been able to see him do. Able to just work the edge of the field, the wing.
That was really great. And Johnny Jan is a very is a player who has a lot of he's able to play many different positions. He's sometimes the left winger, but at the beginning of the season he was shifted to left wing back or right wing back, I believe. But he can play as an attacker and as a defender, so he's a very dangerous player.
Now it goes right to Jan. Nobody near him. Two players converging on the ball, and it's going to go out on Vista. Or will be Oak Ridge ball. It's Spencer Hassick throwing it in. Trojans have just been relentless. They've been retaining the ball in Vista's part of the field most of the game.
Great recovery there.
Oh, here's another opportunity for a goal. And kick is offline. A little bit to the right.
So that was a great attacking sequence there by the Trojans. I liked how they got it from the wings, got a nice cross in the box, and which did create an opportunity. It wasn't exactly on target, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't a great opportunity for the Trojans.
You can pressure the defense like that consistently, like Oak Ridge has been able to do all game. It's a very good formula for success.
Yes, and goals will certainly fall.
That's Tag Chalmers with the corner kick. It's up and right back to Chalmers. Kicks up again. And shot on the goal is stopped. It was Spencer Hassick again. The header.
Spencer Hassick has been making a big impact ever since he got in the game. He got that nice corner kick, which was recoiled right back to him for the cross, and then he got a shot on goal. I'm liking the play from Spencer Hassick thus far. Spencer Hassick is also one of the many juniors who have made the jump up from JV to varsity, and they have strengthened this team significantly.
Hassick is a senior.
Oh, my
On the
mistake.
roster.
My mistake.
But again, many juniors called up from JV. The JV team last year for Oak Ridge men's soccer was excellent. I think it was an undefeated record. And so that could be playing dividends into the team's success this year on varsity. Last year, the varsity team was 7-6-3. It's not bad, not that good, but getting better this year with the juniors that were on JV last year.
The varsity making a playoff appearance, winning their first against Franklin in penalties with a score of 5-4, and then losing in their second round against 1-0 against Davis, but they got some revenge.
Ball was behind Trojan. I believe that's Jan.
Offsides, I believe?
Think so.
There's some confusion. And free kick, I believe.
Free kick in the defending half for Vista.
This team split up with 9 seniors and 10 juniors, so there's a lot of balance in this team.
No
Experience
underclassmen on the team?
and some young guns.
Mainly experience, though. It's juniors and seniors, no underclassmen.
That's true, but juniors have not all juniors had many varsity experience and playoff experience.
Yeah.
So it's good to have a mixture of both.
Well, Brian, we talked about the World Cup, and after Argentina's beatdown of Croatia today, 3-0, who do you think's going to win the final? Pending the results from tomorrow's semifinal against France and Morocco.
I believe that if Morocco pulls off an upset against France tomorrow, I believe that Argentina are the clear favorites. But if France win, then that makes France the favorites as the defending champions. But you can't count on Argentina with Lionel Messi, who once again today established his greatness over another team time and time again. He does it. So it's very intriguing to see what happens.
Either way, we'll witness history. You'll have Morocco, which would be the first African nation to win it all, or Argentina, Messi riding off into the sunset, getting that most prized accomplishment, World Cup victory, or France becoming the first team to win back-to-back World Cups in a while. I believe it was Germany who last did it in the 70s or 80s.
I believe so. And Messi, if he wins, he would lead the Argentina to their first World Cup ever since 1996 when Diego Maradona led the Argentinian national team. So a lot of history is at stake for all 4 teams. All 3 teams.
The pass was offline and was, I believe, Cole Giardrone not able not on the same page as that pass, and it went out. Trojans retain recovery, the retain possession. This is Chimenti, and now a shot on the goal, and it's too high.
What a great shot there. That was just a little lower, and that would have been in the back of the net easily. That was a great shot there by the Trojans. They keep this up. I see a second goal in their future very soon.
Certainly, if they keep up this pressure, amount of shots on the goal, they could be up 2-1 before halftime.
Which will set the tone for the rest of the match, as when it's still 1-1, a lot can happen.
About 7 minutes left to go in the first half. Of course, you'll have added extra time.
Already?
Or, no, I mean extra time in the half, or added time.
It's Trojan ball, believe.
So the upcoming schedule for the Trojans, we'll play
McClatchy, I believe.
McClatchy next on Friday, 3:30. We will not be there streaming it. And then they'll play Rio Americano on Monday or Tuesday the 20th. Here at home, we will not be streaming that either. And road stretch for the Eagles will be in Shingle Springs on Thursday, taking on Pondo. And then Central Valley High School on Friday. Isaac Carranza coming into the game. Now Vista on the offensive. Excellent defense by the Trojans. Now with the chance for a counterattack, but it was offline. That was Brian Ramirez.
It's a great idea there by the
Trojans. That one
Trojans.
down.
It was a good idea to get that pass out long. Just was a little too far, but I like the idea of getting the ball far out on the wings, which can let everyone else get into the box where a lot can happen.
Ooh. Excellent defensive play, able to stop that. That was a Vista player would have had a wide open shot on the goal, but Trojan was able to turn that one away, block
It's a great
it.
defensive play. That could have prevented 2-1 lead for Vista right there. So far, it's been back and forth.
It's been back and forth. We have not seen Vista on the offensive like this so far. This Trojan defense remains stout. Tasic trying to track it down. He won't be able to.
The Oak Ridge squad does have a few speedsters. They have left winger, I believe, Will Geezy. He's on the track team, and from personal experience, he can book it. He can really turn it on. So that's a big thing to watch out for Vista del Lago if they catch Will with the ball there. Trojans are putting on the pressure.
Just not allowed many shots on the goal or possessions deep into their territory aside from that one goal as a result of the corner kick.
This is probably exactly what Coach Tony Guzman wanted from his squad in this bout with Vista del Lago.
Well, aside from that one goal, again, the defense has remained stout, not allowing many fast breaks or stuff like that.
Yeah, the Trojan defense has, outside of that one hiccup, has been very, very good thus far tonight.
Hasek is there to prevent it from going out of bounds, and
Ooh.
looks like he hip checked a guy.
I respect the referee's call for not for letting them play the advantage.
Didn't
Being a
look
little physical.
that physical.
That's true. But I still like the idea that the referee's trying to give off.
And another strong defensive possession by Oak Ridge.
I believe that was I believe the Vista attacker was winding up a shot there. I believe so. Which
And
was
Oak Ridge player came out of nowhere and is able to hit the ball.
just in time.
So it's going to be free kick, free throw in for Vista in the defending half.
Here with 2 minutes left in the first half.
Or Oak Ridge, actually. No, it's Jan. Tried to get it to his man, but Vista defender is there.
That was a great idea by Jan. I really like how Johnny Jan has been playing. He's been setting the tone in the defense, in the midfield. He's been setting up these nice through passes to the flanks. I've been liking how Johnny Jan has been playing tonight. Wearing the infamous number 10. And
It's the whistle for
That is
halftime.
half.
So Oak Ridge 1, Vista 1.
we'll be back when the second half begins.
Well, we're ready for the second half here on this very cold night in El Dorado Hills. It's 1-1. Vista tied with Oak Ridge. Both sides switching halves. You're right, Brandon. It has been an excellent game. Back and forth, both teams having equal times of possession. It's not been dominated by one side.
Both teams with their chances. I'm liking the defensive play from Vista. I'm liking how the Trojans are attacking, but I'm also liking the Trojan defense. So there's a lot to like on both sides.
One thing to note, though, Oak Ridge has had way more shots on the goal than Vista has.
That's true, but the Vista del Lago hasn't really let the Trojans get super comfortable, regardless of those shots. Little tussle.
And a throw in by Johnny Yon, it looks like.
Johnny on, I believe, is a player to watch for the rest of this match and for future matches.
Could be MVP of this team with how well he's just the backbone in the backfield, able to pass the ball consistently. And now here's a chance for Vista working down the left wing. And tripped up, ball goes out of bounds into the sand pit. Good thing that sand pit, sir. That ball would have rolled forever.
It's good the sand pit's covered.
I believe there's a little pond forming in that sand pit, so
Yep. Happens all the time.
wet ball now to change it. It's been a wet week here.
It has. It's been a very wet weekend, which is quite uncharacteristic for December in California. At least in El Dorado Hills.
Wonder if the wet field might affect playing conditions. It's been 2 days since it's rained. This field can get a little slippery when it's wet. You still see the track is still soaked. Hasn't fully evaporated yet.
Yeah, and with the 40-degree cold conditions, a lot can hamper the game with those two factors. Even though it's wet and it's dry now, but still a lot can happen.
So the free kick for Vista does not go their way and it ends up in an Oak Ridge possession. But Vista gets it back. Now Oak Ridge takes it away again, and that pass is just in front of...
That could have been big.
For sure could have been big. That was just in front of Brady Hofarse. Hofarse? Hofarse?
If Brady would have got into that, then, oh man, that could have been a big opportunity for the Trojans.
Excellent block by number 20 for Vista.
But going back to your previous point about Johnny Yon could be an enormous piece for this Oak Ridge team. He can take them a lot of places, even though he's just a defensive player. But a defensive player can make a big impact.
Was Adris Apar slipping, or is actually James Chalmers, number 16? Be the row-in for the Trojans. It's Chalmers, or not Chalmers. It'll be Brady Hofarse. Vista looking to turn this into a counterattack. They're not quite able to do that. Back to Chalmers, working with number 23. Vista able to come away with the ball.
Oak Ridge is not letting this Vista defense relax at all. They're on top of it with the pressure right now.
Been relentless all game, and here's one out of bounds.
I'm liking the intensity that the Trojans have brought into the second half, continuing their high pressure attack from the first half, which has been big in the first half, and it looks like it will continue to be big.
So much speed on both sides of the ball, attacking and defending. Seems like wherever a Vista player is, there's always a Trojan there. Now, opportunity, and it'll be corner kick.
This could be big.
This will be Brewman with the corner kick. Or not Brewman, it'll be Johnny Yon.
Johnny on can always deliver the ball into the box just perfectly.
Corner kick is up. Looks to be a little too much past the net. But Chalmers is there, able to retain possession. Now this shot on the goal is Vista player was there to get the head on it. Bumps it into the air, right into the hands of their goalkeeper.
Vista was fortunate to have the defender there. I think the Trojans would have put that right into the goal if he wasn't there. So great stop by the Vista center back.
Exactly, I think it was Johnny Yon, or actually it was Brian Ramirez right there, working one-on-one with the other Vista player, who was able to get there first.
I love the passing from the Trojans.
Some passing attack is this one not quite able to be recovered by James Chalmers.
Both teams have been relentless on the defensive end.
Wonder now with this net not being there how much it's going to play into extra time at the end of the game. That's a good 30-minute run to get the ball rolling all the way to the fence. 30-second run. Passing down the field, the right wing, but a Trojan is there.
Looks like the Trojans are trying to get that an attacking movement here.
Not enough air on the ball to hit Chalmers way down the field. He would have been wide open for a shot on the goal. And
Ooh.
nice pass through the legs of number 14 for
Nice
Vista.
little nutmeg. Looks like the Trojans are not afraid to be a little flashy.
Here it is. Chalmers trying to track it down. It'll be corner kick.
I believe so.
Kicks there,
Oh.
and it goes off of a Vista player. Trojans still have the ball.
Vista
Deep
did not
in
get
the
a good
attacking half.
clearance. They did not get a great clearance there.
This one little over the head of Chalmers.
Oh. Fought for it.
Yon tried to hit Chalmers. Was a little too in front of him. Had to cover a lot of ground to catch up with that one, and it goes out. Vista will be able to clear this one.
But we have been saying Johnny Yon's name a lot tonight. We've been saying his name a lot.
It's a difficult pass to try to hit your guy downfield. Chalmers tagged Chalmers, number 4. And James Chalmers is number 16.
Vista's putting a little bit of pressure.
One man to beat, and he can't get past him. And now a counterattack for Vista.
Oh.
It's number 28
Vista
passing
coming with speed.
across. And Trojans can't quite clear it though. And out of bounds. Throw in for Brian Ramirez.
A little bit less than 30 minutes to go. Both teams keeping the pressure on. Both playing great.
So these games go to 80 minutes, not 90.
Yeah, I believe they go to 90. No, sorry, 80. Yeah. So I think it's
Right now in the 51st minute of play. A little more than halfway.
with both teams putting in great performances. I'm curious to see who scores the next goal, if there is a next goal scored with this stout defense on both sides.
Chance for the Trojans. This is Brian Ramirez and
Ooh.
errant pass. Now this kick is offline.
I believe if Brian Ramirez would have gotten some daylight there, he would have gotten a shot on target.
Yeah, he was one-on-one with the Vista guy. And that pass, it just bounced off of his tended guy's foot a little too much and right at the feet of a Vista player. And they were able to retain possession or take possession back.
The one thing I'm liking about the Trojan defense is how they're able to clear it.
For sure.
They never take any chances. They always make sure that they're not in danger of getting scored on.
What we've seen a lot with Vista is their ability to stop shots on the goal, but not clear it, not turn it into a counterattack. But Oak Ridge has done that pretty well, even though there have not been that many shots on the goal.
Which is a big thing because you never know what could recoil and just lead to another goal. So it's always important to get those clearances, especially if it's a 1-1 game like this, which has been tightly contested.
Chalmers now trying to get something going, trying to make it 2-1. And
Ooh.
little bit of a scare for Vista, but their goalkeeper able to come away with that one.
A pretty good attacking sequence by the Trojans, putting some pressure on the Vista keeper, making him sweat a little bit. But it was a relatively easy save, but it's the type of pressure that the Trojans are trying to produce, which will eventually lead to that second goal.
Now get it to Ramirez downfield. Now to Chalmers. Now Ramirez. Chalmers goes across the court or field.
It looks like you're pretty excited for basketball.
I am. Getting my vocabulary a little mixed up.
It happens.
It's James Chalmers, number 16. and Tag Chalmers number 4. So that brother-brother connection we just saw right there. Or I assume they're brothers.
Yeah, me too. I assume. I was wondering. Oh,
They aren't?
they are not. We got word from our VP.
Insider source as this one rolls into the arms of the Vista goalkeeper.
Oh. Great job there by the Trojans, putting pressure on the on Vista to get back the possession. Here was Avery Trementi comes in the game.
Comes in for Tag Chalmers.
Always good to get some fresh legs on the field, because you never know what those big time subs can do.
Vista with an opportunity. Now they go to number 15, and it's up too high over the head of Zach Ryan. And now another shot. Trojan's able to get there quickly at this one. Way high, and it goes through the goalpost. That is a field goal. But Oak Ridge with another good defensive stand. That ball uncomfortably long, possessed by Vista in the very close to the goal box.
And great keeping
Trojans
by Zach
were able
Ryan.
to converge on it, and stop it. Now the counterattack.
This is the type of stuff that makes the Trojans dangerous, the ability to get back.
Racing with number 17 on the right wing. And it's going to roll out of bounds.
But yeah, I think counterattacks are a thing that can make any team dangerous, especially the Trojans. With the speed and the strength that the Trojans have in the midfield, in the attack, and even in the defense, a lot of damage can happen on those counterattacks. That's one thing Vista has to be careful for.
Approaching halfway through the second half in the 57th minute, and now a corner kick. It's up, header, able to be stopped by Vista. However, like we've seen so many times, Oak Ridge still with the chance to score, and still able to retain possession after Vista's woes with clearing the ball and getting counterattacks.
I believe a big thing with what the Trojans have had success with is being able to regain possession and retain possession off a corner or off of if they make a bad pass, they're always able to get back onto it. Which has been letting them get all these shots on target.
Ramirez to Bernoulli. Bernoulli, and with the ball, goes to Leclerc. Leclerc is able to find Brian Ramirez, and he's tripped up. Wants a penalty. Will not get one, and Vista clears it.
Wow. I'm surprised the ref didn't call that. That was quite a physical play on both sides.
Yeah, it looks like Ramirez got tripped up. There have been no whistles or penalties at all. Something that, depending on what you like to see. You like to see the people play. Like to just let them play. And you like that.
Kind of reminding me of English Premier League, where they're always very physical. The referee rarely calls a foul. And then it makes it even more entertaining to know that, like, if like two people are down, something else can happen, and it's nice to not get fouls called on small stuff. So I personally enjoy it.
It's not like Argentina's playing right now, so the refs won't call much.
Wow, Chris.
Oak Ridge now with the chance, and that looks like Hofars. Tried to make a shot, and it's blocked. Now a throw-in.
The Trojans have been seeing a lot of this area in this half. Even in the first half, they've been seeing a lot of Vista's box, which is
right side of their box to be.
Right side, which has not made Vista any more comfortable than they already are. I'm sure they would love to get their first or their second win of the season against the undefeated Trojans.
And 1 win, 1 loss, and 2 draws for Vista. Oak Ridge with 3 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws. Trying to continue that perfect season, although it's only mid-December. Last year, the women's soccer team here had a perfect season at, I believe, 16-0-3.
While they in their last 12 games, they were an unbeaten win streak. The last 12 games, which led them directly to the CIF Regional State Finals. I
Remember
believe.
we were at that game. We were on the call for that game, or at least you were, Brian.
I believe I was on tech.
Game mic.
But I'm sure we're gonna be seeing the Trojan women back in that game or in another massive stage.
For sure, they're 1-0 already. Beat Ponderosa last week. They haven't not played since.
The women do have a lot of returning firepower. They have Samantha Torres, Abby Kaoli, Annabelle Price, all massive players coming back, along with the juniors who are jumping up from JV to varsity. So the women's team is just as dangerous as it was last year.
Little bit of a scare that almost hit a eagle right in the face. That would have left a mark.
I believe it hit him like on the shoulder or the chest.
So just inches away from hitting him right in the face.
That would have been quite painful, I would think.
I think that's happened to everyone as a kid. Just getting nailed in the face by a soccer ball or basketball.
Yeah.
It just leaves a mark. As good defense by the Trojans.
Been a consistent trend, which is exactly what Coach Guzman has wanted to see. And you can't blame him. What else can a coach want from his team other than stout defense and attacking pressure?
Well, we've seen all that for Oak Ridge, yet it's still tied. Feels like they could be up more than... Could be up right now, not tied, but... Vista, got to give credit to them as well. Excellent defense when it matters the most, which is stopping shots on the goal, preventing those kinds of opportunities and windows.
Yeah, Vista's been doing a great job of not letting Oak Ridge get what they want. Even though the Trojans have had more shots on target, Vista has been keeping them on lock, and vice versa. And I believe our first foul of the game.
Be against Vista, it appears. Now Chalmers trying to find Ramirez. Won't get him.
Looks like the Trojans are getting ready with a few more substitutions.
And a lapse in defense by the Eagles. Here's Chalmers. Had some space. Now, that was Gementi's pass. Couldn't find anyone, and it goes out. It was way out. That's going to take a while to recover. Now here comes Will Gezi and Arda Askin coming into the game.
And
as well as Jackson Brumand.
So it looks like some juniors are getting some play time in this important second half with 15 minutes remaining.
And Logan Sheeting coming in.
Looks like Guzman's giving his always reliable seniors a little rest.
So just 15 minutes left to go in the game as we approach minute 65. Oak Ridge looking to retain their perfect record, only wins. And Vista trying to not get draw number 3 or loss number 2.
It has been a very entertaining game. Back and forth, back and forth. Ooh.
Yeah, and it just feels like with how often or how well the Trojans have controlled time of possession of the ball, feels like they should have a lot more points on the board right now.
Yeah, the Trojans,
More than one at least.
I believe statistically have played better, but Vista has has not been making it easy.
They have not played better than a team if you're still tied with them. Got to give credit to Vista.
Oh yeah. Vista has been making the Trojans work for everything they have. Looks like their record doesn't truly show what they're capable of.
And now, opportunity. Can he keep it in bounds? He can. Yeah,
Ooh.
with two players converging on it, but still another opportunity. The kick is blocked.
I believe that was Will Geezy trying to head it in.
Oh.
Ooh.
Now this one gets past LeClaire. And so it'll be Vista ball. There's an Oak Ridge player down the sideline, able to keep it in bounds and went across to Geezy. And Geezy almost ran into the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper gets her first and prevents another score, prevents it from being 2-1.
I like Geezy's level of persistence with the goalkeeper, not making it easy.
Definitely thought that was aggressive. That's what Coach Guzman likes to see.
Can't blame him. It's always good to see your team playing a little physically.
Oak Ridge takeaway.
Ooh.
It's a foot race to the ball. Goes out of bounds on Vista. It'll be Geezy kicking it in. Or will that be Askin? Tag Chalmers comes back into the game. So you're asking to throw it in.
Geezy has made his impact as soon as he got back in the match. He's been doing good. He's been getting on the flanks, putting pressure on the Vista keeper, and creating opportunities.
Makes you wonder why he was out in the first place for so long. With the impact he's made in these few minutes since coming in, and Rich players tripped up. That was.
I think maybe Guzman's going for his more experienced ones right now. Maybe.
Especially now in a situation like this, you've got 11 and a half minutes left to go. You want to get the win here, or at least not lose.
He probably wants his experienced seniors like Johnny Yon and Brian Ramirez who have had playoff soccer under their belts. Ooh.
Trojans able to prevent a Vista offensive push. And now working down the sideline, foot race to the ball. Out.
I love how the Trojans are able to go from the defensive end and then get a pass all the way back down across the field into an attacking opportunity for them. So it's good how they're able to turn things their way so quickly. Let's see if Guzman makes any more substitutions for the
Approaching 10 minutes left in the game. This could be trouble for Vista right here. But able to play good defense that they have so well tonight. Now on the counter attack, not able to make something of it.
But it's a good sign that Vista is making this counterattack.
Definitely a good sign for them and their coach, Grant Tyler.
A big thing for them to get some more wins under this young season that we've had so far.
Now they'll have a throw-in in the offensive half. First time they've been this deep into Oak Ridge territory tonight, or at least in this half.
It's a big opportunity. Vista has some momentum with that counterattack, and if they play their cards right here, it could very well could be 2-1. I believe there is a substitution.
I think that was Brady Hofar's.
Johnny on looks a little limber on the sidelines.
Free kick or corner kick is up, and this could be trouble for Oak Ridge, but they're able to keep it out of the goal. Or keep it away from the goal. We're going to have and that is Johnny Yon out of the game right now on the bench. That's a big loss for the Trojans. It's one of their best players.
Ooh.
Almost a chance.
A lot of complaints from the Trojan side that was a handball by the Vista defender in the box, which would have resulted in a penalty for the Trojans. So that was missed call, or maybe not have even been a handball, but that could have been that could make a big impact.
Well, it might have been, and you don't have the video board, as here could be an opportunity for the Trojans. That was Brewman downfield. And throw-in. This one right to the goalkeeper. In the 72nd minute, still 1-1. And here's Gezi trying to get something going. Goes to Askin, trying to keep it in bounds, and he cannot. He'll throw it in.
If Geezy and Askin can get a little 1-2 dynamics going, then that's going to be big for future years.
2 juniors, I believe. Yeah, 2 juniors. They've been excellent tonight, making their impact known. They've came in about 10 minutes ago.
They have made a big, very big impact. Even with the limited amount of time that they've had, they've made their presence known on the pitch. Is it a throw-in for the Trojans, or?
Appears to be. Trojans have an opportunity here. Shot on the goal's too high.
That was a great pass right there on the right wing to... Can you see who that is?
That was 17. That was Arda Askin, I think, on the right wing.
Once again, these juniors are making their impact, especially Will Geezy and Arda Askin.
And then especially now in the absence of Johnny Yun on the bench, appeared to be a little shaken up.
Hopefully it's nothing major. Maybe just got a tackle a little wrong, but I don't know.
So this one goes out. Vista will have the ball.
With 4:45 left in the second half and in the match, this could be big, as Vista are running out of time to get their opportunities, and so are the Trojans.
And have some added time. So just little more than 4.5 minutes left to go in the game.
I'm sure it won't be much added time, as there wasn't many stoppages, but time is ticking for both teams to get this win.
Vista, this could be one of their best chances all night. Oak Ridge defense still able to stand strong and now in the counterattack.
Oh,
Finds his man.
that was a risky
was
move by the
risky.
keeper there. Wow.
Looks like that was Brian Ramirez.
And a nice pass by Will Geezy. Nice through.
Now it's Ramirez again going to Geezy.
Ooh.
Now just kicks it out. Well, in that last play, it was Brian Ramirez had a lot of green grass ahead of him, but him and the goalkeeper, it was a foot race to the ball, and the goalkeeper is able to get there first, but if he slips, doesn't get it, that is an easy goal, and it's 2-1 Oak Ridge.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised that the
Very
goalkeeper
risky
was
move, and
out
it pays
there.
off.
Usually, like a goalkeeper would be more conservative, but I'm surprised.
And especially in this situation, as this could be an opportunity similar to the last one for Vista. But a whistle.
Time is ticking down for these teams. They have to make of what they have left, and we're nearing extra time. This possession could be enormous for Vista here.
77th minute. And it's a Vista free kick around midfield. Oak Ridge able to stand strong defensively. It's Zach Ryan giving it. Or we'll go to Askin. Now with the counterattack opportunity, there's really no one there for that pass.
I'm still a little bit surprised the goalkeeper's all the way out here. And both of them are pretty wide out. At least when they're not on defense.
And this could be trouble for Oak Ridge. It's number 11 for Vista. But there you go. You have Kyle Johnson sliding in there, able to get the ball out of bounds, and a lot of commotion on the sidelines following that.
I thought he got the ball there. What did you think?
Looked like a big collision, and it'll be a free kick for Vista.
The Trojan side is not happy about that foul.
Definitely not, but that looked like a lot of contact. Like slid right into his feet, knocked him down.
Yeah,
It will be a free kick.
but if you touch the ball first, then it doesn't really. Then it's not a foul.
Again, as we said,
Usually.
it's been a wet few days here. I can even see my breath in the press box. Could impact field conditions, especially on a free kick like this. You don't want to slip on the wet field.
I believe this is Vista's last opportunity. I don't know how much time is left in extra time, so this. There's a lot on stake.
Under
There's a lot at
2
stake.
minutes, and you'll have some added time. But here's the free kick. It is stopped by the Trojans. Zach Ryan makes an excellent play. Now the counterattack, Vista's able to get there and prevent Oak Ridge counterattack. Now again, back at it for Vista.
Is it another free kick?
You can pick up a lot of what the coaches are saying. And it will be another free kick for Vista.
It is a bit difficult to pick out what they're saying from the press box.
So, at this point, this is Vista's game to lose. If they are not able to capitalize or at least get the draw.
Because Vista has had two enormous opportunities in this extra time, and I think this is the last one because I don't know how much time is going to be left.
Kick is blocked defensively by Oak Ridge. Now another whistle.
Wow. And another free kick?
A third one.
Wow. I was not expecting three free kicks for Vista in extra time.
3 free kicks. Try saying that 5 times fast. That's a little difficult. So another free
tongue
kick.
twister.
The third.
You don't even see this in the pros. Wow. This is crazy.
Maybe if Argentina's playing, you see this in the pros.
Maybe.
Here we go. The free kick is blocked again by Zach Ryan. He's been a brick wall.
Zach Ryan has been saving
final
this
few
Trojan
minutes
team.
of the game. 3 blocks on 3 free kicks.
Oh,
Now
Trojans
Oak
with their
Ridge
last
with
chance.
A good chance.
Trojans with
They
their
go
last
to
opportunity.
Ramirez,
Ramirez, can
makes
he
a
get
nice
this?
move.
Can he
The
get this?
shot
Oh!
good. That's a goal.
Oh!
In the dwindling moments of the game,
Brian
Ramirez
Ramirez
snipes the goal.
Wow!
Puts Oak Ridge up 2-1.
Wow! Brian Ramirez, the cold-blooded assassin. Look at him. Wow. Game winner.
That should be game winner. And
look
at the dance there.
Oh,
His team's got
inspired by the
swagger
Brazilian national team. Johnny Yan. And Johnny Yan showed me a clip of him and Brian Ramirez practicing that dance. And it looks like they finally were able to use it.
Perfect opportunity for them to use it. But what a goal by Brian Ramirez.
What a goal. What an ending.
Like what I said, this
Wow.
was Vista's game to lose because they had those 3 free kicks and all 3 were blocked. So you think then at least you can play for the draw. But Oak Ridge on the counterattack, relentless like we've seen all night, and they're able to get it in.
Wow. And I believe that was Will
get the
Geezy
win.
with the through pass to Brian Ramirez.
Geezy has been there all night, making his
Wow.
impact known. Excellent player for the Trojans. And that appears to be the game. The Trojans with a 2-1 victory over the Vista del Lago Eagles.
What an ending. Great game by the Trojans. Great fight by the Vista del Lago Eagles. And a great match.
Hold on.